So I'm going to go over how to create an ELA assignment. So there's a few ways you can do this. Start by making sure that you're clicking on assignments and then the subject that you're looking for, ELA, add an assignment. If you go into library, this will assign articles to your students, which they're suggesting doing 2 articles a week. Here you can filter by reading level. So something I can show you here is if you're filtering by article level or reading level here, one of the reports that you can actually pull up from Freckle is by their reading level. So if you go to ELA and you can click on class grouping, this will show you the high or the lowest student to the highest student. If you want to know what these letter codes are standing for, I would suggest printing this out. When you go to, I went to reports, ELA levels, and if you click view text correlation charts, it will tell you that a student in 2C is a grade range of 2.6 to 2.9. Fontes and Pinnell guided reading level is an M through an N. So this will give you some insight. If you would like to print that out to keep, that would be a good resource. So you can get an idea of where your students are, again, by going to reports, ELA, and if you do class grouping, it's easy to see your lowest versus your highest. So 2C to 7C. So when I come over here, I will start with 2C to 7C. And then you can search for different articles, okay, by genre. So when you do this, you'll see nonfiction versus fictional stories down below. So based off of maybe what you're working on in the classroom, you may choose one of these. So I'm just going to click on biographies and pause the. So after you've selected a genre, you can also come over here and choose a domain. So you can choose by standard, what you're working on. So I'm just going to let it select all, and student and teacher accessible, or something that only a teacher can assign, and articles will pop up here that you can assign to your students. So let's say you want to do Abraham. So once you've clicked on the article, you can actually preview the article and by reading level. So if the majority of your students fall somewhere between the 2 and the 7, I may pick a 4, and then you can assign it to specific students. Okay, so maybe you want to assign, even though it says 2C recommended, maybe you met with this student and you listened to them read for their running records, and you know that even though they tested as a 2C, they were more a 4B. So you can change it here. But it will default to what is recommended based off of their STAR assessment or any other activities they've done in Freckle so far, which is really nice. So if there's any other students you want to change their recommendations, you can do that here. And then assign immediately or assign for the future. I'm not going to do that right now because I didn't really necessarily want to assign Abraham Lincoln. So this is how you would assign an article in Freckle.